Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Fantasy Sports Review. I'm Phil Hargis. It's good to see you again. Alongside me is Claire Marcassi. Claire, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too, Phil.
All right,
Very excited.
We brought you in here. Football season's over here. We're not here to talk today about football. We also know that you have an extensive career in cheerleading in your past, and we're here to talk about an unusual fantasy sports review topic tonight: basketball and cheerleading. So we're gonna be reeling in that skill set of yours for some expertise in our guests that are coming here in just a minute.
Yep, we're going to talk to Brittany and Julia, and it's funny because, high school cheerleading is, cheers and, rah, rah, rah. Basketball and, football is much more like dancing. You have to be way more skilled than high school cheerleading. I couldn't do it now, and I'm very excited to talk to these girls and figure out everything about them.
Okay, let's go ahead and introduce our guests formally here. We have Brittany here sitting closest to you, and she is a Wizard girl and one of the captains of the team. So, Brittany, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us. And then over here, we're on the far side. We have Julia waving over there. We'll have to get like our bugles out there to talk to each other. But Julia, you're also one of the captains here, and thank you for joining us on the show tonight.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for having us.
You guys have a lot of stuff going on. I had a couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to be a guest judge for your Wizard Girl tryouts. You guys are already locks for the team here, so you don't have to go through the exhaustive trials and tribulations to become a cheerleader, or to become a Wizard girl, but you were out there supporting the event as well.
Oh, definitely. I mean, on 2 Saturdays ago was our open call, and we had about 125 or so girls come, and it's an exhausting day. They get to just come out and show what they got, and hopefully they make the cut to be a Wizard girl at the end of the day.
So, okay, let's back this up. I mean, you guys, how do you get in to be? How do you decide you want to become a Wizard girl? And what are your all's backgrounds? And then how do you take it from where you started to becoming the Wizard girl that you are today?
Well, for me, I've always been a Bullets Wizards fan, so I knew I always wanted to do that. I've been dancing since I was 5, so we are mainly dancers. But I also did cheer in high school. So NBA dancing is a combination of the both. Because on the court we're dancing, but on the side we have our palms. We're doing sidelines. So once I turned 18, I decided to go forth and audition. Didn't make the cut. Made it to the finals, like what's going on right now, the girls in the finals. Didn't make the team. Then tried out again, same thing. And now I'm here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Third time was the charm.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's beat you to it, Claire.
And I danced my whole life. I was actually a classically trained ballet dancer in high school, and it wasn't until I got into college when I found the joy of basketball and doing the dance team when I was in college. I was lucky to be a Duke dancing double, so I got into all the Duke football and basketball games. So I graduated and had a couple years off, and then when I moved to DC, I really decided I missed dancing and I missed being in a basketball environment, and the Wizards seemed like a really fun team to try out and be a part of, so that's what brought me to it.
And being a Duke dancing girl was obviously a great way to get in the front row for all the #1 ranked teams basketball games.
Yeah, I got to do my own little draft, scouting.
So it's a very extensive tryout. Kind of walk us through the first cuts and what does everybody have to do?
Sure. The open call, which was a week and a half ago, was 3 sets of cuts. So we did a quick. Basically 4 8 counts of dance followed by some freestyle. We're just seeing what the girls' looks were and if they could dance, if they had rhythm, and if they had personality. And then the second cut was a hip hop dance, and if you made it through that, you went on to the jazz technique round. And if you made that cut, then you got to go to our camp for 2 weeks. And then basically that's going to end with the draft party on Thursday night. And the final team will be announced that night.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
So what are some of the key factors? I mean, were you guys actually judging and assisting in the judging process and choosing the girls and all that day?
No, we weren't dancing. We were just there basically for support, and we helped out the girls a lot. If they had questions.
You were coaching as well,
Yeah,
right?
we were mixed in with the girls when they were learning choreography, and if they had any questions, just pull them to the side and help them out. And we also set up auditions, putting them in numerical order, telling them when to go, and just being support.
And that was one of the really neat things that I thought about the whole experience, and having never really witnessed one of those things myself, is that it's not very intimidating at all. Anybody can throw their hat in the ring, go out there and participate in the tryouts. You guys made people feel very comfortable. If they had questions, they could come up to you and say, "Hey, Brittany, how do I do this move?" or "How do I do these steps?"
We've been there. It's hard. And when we auditioned, it wasn't set up like that because we had a new coach coming in, so there were no captains. So you're just every man for yourself, basically. So I know being there, and it's very intimidating, very nerve-wracking, so we just want to be there and just be that shoulder they can lean on, because we know exactly how they feel.
Right.
And you don't necessarily have to have a certain background or experience to be part of the team. You know, we're looking for girls who have a lot of diversity in their backgrounds, but you know, obviously we want some dance experience, because unless you're like a great natural at it, I mean, if you are, fabulous. But you know, there's girls who did ballet, there's girls that did hip hop, there's girls that just cheered and did gymnastics and tumbled. And the great thing about our team is that we do such a wide variety of dances during the season that you know, there's certain styles that we'll do that'll be your strength, and you'll get to be out in front for that dance, and you know, it'll change up throughout the season.
Yep.
Okay, so then you go through that through that process, and you've now whittled it down to 29 girls, correct?
Yes, 29.
And then the finals will be coming up here on Thursday at the Wizards draft party. The Wizards have the 3rd pick in this draft, as we all know.
Yeah.
And it's a very exciting time to have it pick that high. You know you're going to get a great player.
Yeah.
But you guys have a lot of stuff going on for that night, for the draft party. I mean, just tons of exciting things you can do. And everybody out there can go out there and participate in this draft night with these ladies and with the Wizards as they select their number 1 pick. And a lot of other past memorable Wizard and Bullet personalities as well. Why don't you guys tell us a little bit more about that?
There will be a lot of fun things, face painting, and just a lot of great opportunity to mingle with the upcoming Wizard Girls, or the Wizard Girl hopefuls, I should say, because they will be dancing and performing. You have an opportunity to vote for them. They'll be mingling with the crowd. You get to know them, vote for your favorite. And then afterwards, the girls are going to go away and they're going to announce the team. And then you'll see who made a team online.
Yeah. And in general, it's just going to be a really great family-friendly event. Doesn't cost anything to go. You just have to RSVP on WashingtonWizards.com. They're going to have photo booths and I think balloon animal makers, and I think even some of our alumni, well, some of the Wizard Bullet alumni or Bullets alumni will be there, and they'll be signing autographs too. So they're really trying to make it a really great event for the public and really kickstart the new season with a lot of team spirit.
And there's a lot of young blood on the team and everything. Just a lot to be hopeful for, and you know, a lot of winning for the years to come.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. You can get one of the things I thought was really cool is the fact that you can get your picture taken with the 1978 trophy, which I saw they had on display there.
Yes.
You guys,
They're gonna take it out of the case.
Yep.
And you can
like touch it. And,
Yeah, I want.
so they'll polish it again later. So you know.
Yeah, I want to do it. I'm like, can I do that?
Yeah, you guys can be over there and get your picture. I'm sure a lot of fans would want their pictures with you guys, you know,
Aww,
and the trophy as well.
That's sweet.
We'll do a big group
Are you
picture.
allowed to do that kind of thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely,
sure.
definitely. Fan interaction is one of the main things that we do. So definitely.
How long does it last?
That's a great question. I think it's a couple hours for sure.
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah, I believe it was 9 or 9:30.
Now, what if the Wizards trade their pick down and like they end up picking like 20th or something?
Well, we'll be there till. I don't think that's gonna
I don't
happen.
think so.
It better not happen.
I'm sure they have a great plan in store, and they'll get the perfect pick for our team.
Okay, well, we're definitely not here to talk. We're not going to talk about a lot of basketball or anything, but the top 5 prospects that are projected to be taken in the top 5 are Anthony Davis out of Kentucky, Thomas Robinson out of Kansas, Bradley Beal out of Florida. I'm a Florida State guy, you know, drafting a Gator. I mean, I don't know. Michael Kidd-Gilchrist and Harrison Barnes. You guys hear anything on who we're going to take?
No, we don't have any inside scoop that anybody else has.
We
but
know. The word around DC, not the Broad Center,
Right.
but around DC is Beal. That's what everyone's predicting. So we'll see if that happens.
You're reading the papers and you're listening to the radio shows. And
yeah, but you can
and
go
Beal's
on
the
to
guy.
our Facebook page or the WashingtonWizards.com. They have tons of videos of the guys coming in and doing some practices and
Oh, cool.
some interviews, so you can check out their skills.
Did
and
you guys
how
get a chance to check them out at all?
I've
No.
looked at the videos.
Yeah, haven't been there at the same time though.
They won't let you, will they let you in there to watch the
No, I think those are
workouts?
closed.
Yeah,
They're all
they're
closed.
closed.
Oh man, that would have been so much fun. Okay, so yeah, moving right along here. So then, in addition to these, you do a lot of different types of events during the course of the year. You mean in addition to the draft parties and everything, you do other promotions for the team. What are some of the other exciting promotions you guys have coming up in the near future?
Well, we have one of our girls, Tara. She's actually going to Kuwait next month on the military tour. So that's one thing. We do a lot with kids around DC, the whole metropolitan area. We have a lot with military and firefighters and just anyone who's in need. And we Feed the Families was a huge promo we did around Thanksgiving time. So we had food for people who were in need and a full Thanksgiving meal.
Wow.
Yeah, we do a lot of things for charity-wise.
I mean, we're really focused on trying to get back to the community. I know around Christmas time, some of the girls went out with some of the players and Gee Whiz, the mascot, and gave out Christmas presents to some families in need. And I was able to participate in a National Reading Day event at a local school where I just went in and, you know, read some books with some kids, but also talked about being a cheerleader. And I was paired off with a firefighter, and it was a really exciting day for us and for the kids, you know. Just to give back is a really great opportunity.
Well, that sounds like a very memorable day. Brittany, will put you on the spot. It was one of your more memorable days.
We had a holiday party at the Verizon Center on the practice court for families in need. So we had some Caps players, some Wizards players, some Mystics players, all the mascots. We had dancing with kids and their families, and there's food and face painting, and just a big party in the Verizon Center on the practice court where the players practice, and just getting to meet all these people from the area. It was very memorable.
Yeah, I could. Now, do you guys do a lot of collective community projects with the Capitals at all, or is it?
We'll overlap every once in a while. Events like that, especially through monumental sports in general, since there's so much crossover between the Wizards and the Caps. When events come up like that, we really do pair up, and it's great. You know, at that reading day, I was with some of the Caps girls, so it would just, and now we're friends. We get to interact. We don't get to see each other often because, you know, games don't overlap.
You ever get a trade off and like cheer or dance for the Caps or nothing like
It'd
that?
be a little bit of a fish out of water.
It'd be a lot colder too.
What about the Redskins? Anything with them? I know it's kind of, you know, opposite seasons, but do you guys do
sometimes
anything?
it overlaps. There were some Redskins cheerleaders at the reading day that I was at,
Oh,
so
nice.
it does happen. Not quite as often, but we do see them, and we have lots of love for them. So that's, you know, there's no inter-squad rivalries or anything.
That's a question we get a lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So how does it work then? So you make the team on Thursday. You go in there and you get chosen as one of the final 20 Wizard girls. So now you're on the team. So when does it all start? I mean, do you get a couple months off? Do you start right away? Do you... Why don't you guys don't get any time off?
Well, this year is really unique because we're gonna apparently be dancing at the men's Olympic game. That's going to be mid-July. So we have a quick turnaround, about 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe, and we'll be on the court again.
Okay, and the men's Olympic game is something that you have. I noticed. I believe if you're talking about the same thing, is if you buy season tickets, you have the option to buy these tickets to go see the game that's going to be the Verizon. Can you tell us a little bit more about that too?
Sure. Well, in general, our season tickets are on sale, and they start at $3.99. But there's a great deal of options that you can pick from in that scenario. But when you buy season tickets, you have the opportunity to buy some tickets for the men's Olympic game, which is a really high demand, and then you also, I think, get a warm-up jacket.
Yep.
In addition to that,
warm-up jacket. Yeah, absolutely.
And some other perks. And in general, there's a lot of season ticket holder events throughout the year that you'll be able to be a part of. And I know for one example, at the draft party on Thursday, you get some VIP access to some of the events at the draft party. So that should be something that if you're interested in season tickets, you know, it's an extra perk to think about.
Yeah, there's a lot of perks that you can get with becoming a season ticket holder. I don't know if we mentioned this at all, but you do get that autographed basketball by the number 3 player, whoever it is. But we don't know who it is yet as we're taping this. So okay, so you become the girl. So then you do all these different events. And then you start practicing. So how often are the practices? Do you guys have to go once a week, twice a week, 7 days a week?
Feels like 7, but practices are twice a week, normally from about 6 to 9 p.m.
At the Verizon Center.
At the Verizon Center or at our sponsor, Sport and Health, one of their locations. Because the Caps season overlaps, so if there's a Caps game, then we'll be at our sponsor's location. So yeah, we do that, and then we still have our games. So sometimes it's a game practice, especially with this past lockout season. We are at the Verizon Center sometimes 6 days a week straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were sleeping there.
Do they give you beds in the basement down there for that?
No. They have nice
maybe next
floors.
season.
You guys are lobbying for that?
Yeah.
So does the coach kind of develop the routines, or like will you all get together?
Yes.
And it's the coach?
It's primarily our coach Derek, who's a phenomenal choreographer.
Yeah.
He came in this past year from Houston, actually. So it was his first year on the team, as was ours. But he's a great choreographer. We did a bunch of hip hop, but we also spiced it up with some country dances and some salsa and just jazz. And he really likes to throw it all out there and make it a show.
What's your favorite music to dance to?
Anything with a good beat.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, anything.
Because I feel like hip hop, like, you know, it it always makes me in a good mood. Like, you know,
Yeah,
makes me like uppity. Like,
I mean, we danced from, you know, we did stuff to Chris Brown this year, to Janet Jackson, to
Prince,
you know,
Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
We did it all. We did it all.
you got to give something for everybody.
So your coach, you were just talking about him a minute ago. He came from Houston, you
Yes.
said, and he was the gentleman that was leading the tryouts as
He
well,
was,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so as a guy, I mean, I guess it's kind of weird. He's the male cheerleader, like leading the team. I mean, that's different than I'm like used to. I mean, what kind of background does he have that he can coach a group of women to be dance girls?
He used to dance in the WNBA.
Okay.
Yes, and he did some
He
work
did.
with the Houston Texans cheerleaders and the Houston Rockets dancers. So
Wow.
yeah, he has a pretty good resume.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, he had total command of like that group, and he was really good at giving instructions
Yeah,
to them
he's
and like
amazing.
telling them how to do it and like exactly what they need to do to be the next.
He's got
next
some
Wizard
skills
girl.
that are better than ours.
Oh yeah.
You got to watch her
Yeah.
practice. If it was his choice, he'd be out there on the court.
Yeah,
with us,
definitely.
so.
So that sounds like a great add to the team then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're very fortunate to have him. Very.
So what are some of the other things that you guys have to do? I mean, you mentioned that you do some of your tryout, or not your tryouts, but your practices at sport and health locations. Do you get do you get memberships at sport and health to go work out there? I mean, do you have special workout programs you guys need to do like outside of the practices or anything like that?
It varies by the
yeah.
person, but you're responsible for staying in shape. I mean, you have to be in shape to do what we do. So if you're not getting it through practice, you gotta hit up the gym. You gotta eat right.
Okay.
But there's not a certain regimen. There's not. We don't have a boot camp instructor that's yelling at us or anything.
And you guys have all done this dance thing. I run marathons and stuff like that, and all the local road races and everything, and those have their own great deal of challenge and everything. But watching you guys, watching them do these dance routines is like, it looks brutally exhausting.
We try to make it look easy.
Yeah, we try. Yeah.
It's definitely more of the fast switch kind of thing, I guess. But
Yeah. Adrenaline helps.
Yeah.
Adrenaline definitely
so a
helps
lot
get
of
you
Red
through them
Bulls
games.
and-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Red Bulls.
Red Bulls, you'll see
wish
that
that
all
was
over
our
our locker
sponsor.
room.
But you got to practice looking pretty while you're sweaty and powering through at the end of a game, especially when the games go to overtime.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be killer. It's always really exciting, but you always are using those reserves of energy to get through the end of the game.
Yeah. Overtime, that's when you need the most energy because the crowd is extra hyped.
Yeah.
So we really have to keep up with the crowd, but we're still tired overtime. Oh my gosh.
And do you have any type of crowd interaction during the game or anything, or are you just pretty much out there doing your thing? Or
Pre-game and halftime.
Pre-game and
we
halftime.
have an autograph signing table.
Okay.
And we also greet at the doors and walk around and help with sales and try to get people to come out to more games. So we're out on the concourse a lot.
And there's always the
Definitely.
classic T-shirt tosses, and
yeah.
every once in a while we'll do some promos on the court with Gee Whiz or something cute that they have going, like, I don't know, musical chairs or something.
Okay, so Claire, when are you going to try out?
I don't know about all that. Settle down, Phil. Settle down. No, it's cool. I mean, I love I think I went to 2 or 3 Wizards games this year, and I love the halftime show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that your favorite? Like, what's your favorite aspect of it? Is it that because everything's focused on you? You know, like, what's your favorite part about it?
I mean, it's always a thrill to get out there to dance. I mean, that's why we do it. But I get a real big kick out of seeing G Wiz doing his thing, and G Man when he gets out there and jumps on the trampoline and dunks the crazy dunks that I would never be able to do. So the whole event, usually every game's different. They do different promos every game, so you never know what you're going to get. Although I'll say one of my favorite halftimes was at we do a game every year that's for the military. We honor the military, and they brought in one of the color guards. I guess that's what you call them. My apologies if that's not the right term, but they're doing the great formations with the guns and the twirling, and they're more coordinated than we were. It's just a thrill to watch. So bring them back anytime.
So I have some questions for you girls now. I've looked at your profiles on the website and everything. Now, Brittany, I've got some serious questions about your profile here. Like, first of all, I've never met anybody that their favorite food is rice. Can you please explain that one to me? Because rice is like this white, brown, whatever your color is. I mean,
Rice
it has no flavor.
It goes with everything. And the lack of flavor, I think, is the best part.
So you like things that lack flavor?
Well, only when it comes to rice.
Okay.
And I can eat any kind of rice, hot, cold, doesn't need any type of seasoning, just rice. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the texture. I don't know. I love it.
And I missed yours, Julia. What was your favorite food?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a toss-up between chocolate, C's candy, which is my homegrown favorite, or crawfish boils, because I'm a Louisiana girl. So sit me down at one of those, and I'm really happy.
So some crawfish or some chocolate.
You know, you get your main course and then your dessert. It's perfect.
And we were talking about your dance experience quite a bit. One of the things that I thought was very interesting here also, Brittany, is that you're afraid of cats. These tiny little things, but you got pit bulls like out there.
Oh, I actually used to have a pit bull.
I love pit
actually,
bulls.
yeah, and I
favorite
loved. He
dog.
was so sweet. Well, he was sweet with us, you know.
They get a bad rap.
Not with cats. I don't know. Something about those eyes. They really scare me. There's a lot of cats like around my neighborhood. There's one that loves to sleep on my porch, and I think he knows I'm scared of cats. It's a black cat at that. So I come home and he runs away, and I'm screaming. He's running.
But cats are weird though, because I get it. Like you'll be petting them one moment, they'll roll in their stomach, you'll pet their stomach, and then they just attack you.
Exactly.
If you rub them the wrong way, they'll attack.
They're really sneaky. I don't understand that.
I agree with you. I don't think it's that weird.
Some people are dog people, some people are cat people.
Definitely a dog person.
Me too.
What do you like better, snakes or cats?
Neither.
All right, so you need to help me out here. So, Julia,
Yes.
the gymnastics is something you were also involved in too.
Yeah, I did gymnastics growing up, but I got too tall, basically.
You're too tall to become a gymnast?
Didn't really have the arm strength to keep going either. So that allowed me actually to transition into dance full time, which is what led me here. So it's great.
Okay, so what are some of the things that you do when you're out there doing your routines and everything that would be? Do you do the pyramids?
We don't do stunting, but we
You
do
don't do
have some
stunts.
girls that can, legitimately flip and tumble. So
Yeah.
we'll throw it in there if we can.
What is the injuries situation with regard? I mean, as a runner, injuries are something that just happen through training. I mean, it's not something that
definitely.
happens because you fall or you bump into somebody or anything.
Yeah.
You can throw an IT band or get some plantar
We get a
fasciitis
range
as a runner.
of things.
Yeah, nothing too serious. We've been fortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes some girls come in with some knee braces on. Like I'm famous for the knee brace and
Yeah.
for the scarf to keep my neck warm and the ankle brace. So I mean, just those kind of little
Just
tweaks.
those things?
Yeah, nothing too serious.
I had a knee problem this year after doing a jump split. We landed in a split at the end of the dance, and that triggered something. But I also, before the Lakers game, accidentally, we'd run through our dances before the game back kind of on the underside of the stadium, and I accidentally punched a trash can. So I almost broke my
finger doing
thumb
that one
doing
time.
that. So I, was hoping that would get me some points from our coach Derek to let me take a break, but no.
Has anything like happened injury-wise, like during a game, like anything crazy?
Oh,
Do they have backups
I have
on
another
stand
story.
right,
Oh,
ready to go?
Julia has a great story about that.
Sometimes we wear boots that are our heeled boots when we dance or when we're out on the court. And one time I was running off the court, hit the nice plastic floor, and just bit it right under the basket.
No.
I tried to have as much grace as possible, but in those scenarios, you just hope not too many people are looking.
And how many people saw you?
I'm sure tons. I'm sure tons, but hopefully it was during a commercial break. So.
Okay, well, let's just basically recap for everybody here. So the Wizards draft party is going to be going down on Thursday, June 28th at 6 p.m.
6 p.m. Doors open.
You need to RSVP, or can you show up?
It helps. There's a select number of spots, so if you RSVP, it'll guarantee.
Yeah,
you.
it's definitely a good idea to RSVP for these things so they can make sure you have the best experience possible for these events. They have so many different cool things going on. They have the tattoos, they have the photos, they have.
And we should also say during this, you can actually text your vote for your favorite Wizard girl.
You can text and you can go to the website and vote
Yeah,
too.
so
as
there's
well.
2 ways to vote, and they'll look at those votes.
Now, did they have the updated scoring on the website right now, or is that something that's sort of kept secret?
I don't think you can actually see the totals.
Yeah,
so
no.
that's your encouragement to vote often.
Right, to vote to vote as often as you like to make sure that your girl becomes the next Wizard girl out there. You can go out there and see her. You also have the 2012-2013 season tickets so that you can see your chosen Wizard girl out there
Right.
performing, and you do perform at every single game. correct?
Every single game.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely.
So that is a busy schedule for a full 86,
season.
80, 82, 86 games.
It's about 42
Oh, 40 home
games
games.
for us.
Home games.
Home
Yeah.
games, right. For sure. So, you guys, I mean, I've got a busy schedule. I don't know how you guys do it with your busy schedule. I think it's funny how you guys also, like, on your profiles put down that, like, if I got to have one magical superhero skill, it'd be teleportation.
Yeah.
So just bypass all the traffic.
All
in
this
area,
traffic
right?
around here, it's ridiculous.
It is, man. It's like almost when you get to DC now, the traffic's not as bad as like getting through all the construction work they're doing like
yes.
on the suburbs now.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, thanks for coming on. This draft party is going to be really a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that you're going to be able to get down there and get your picture taken with the trophy.
I'm gonna try to sneak out and do that myself.
You know, we need to remember what it's like to win a championship around here. I was living here. I remember what it was like to win that championship here. It was awesome. Kevin Greavy right around the corner here.
Yeah.
I know I'm sure he'll be down there. I don't know if he will for a fact.
I'm pretty sure he will. Yeah.
You know, those were some great days and some great memories there.
And hopefully we'll get a trophy in the near
Oh,
future.
it's coming soon. Definitely. It's coming
I love
soon.
the positive attitude. I love it.
And they're doing great things to build a team, you know, with through trades and then through the draft here and everything. I mean, it's such an exciting time for all Washington sports. I mean, you guys are just got to be thrilled to death with the great, awesome things that the Wizards are doing as well.
Definitely, especially this winning streak that we ended on last
That's
season.
right.
It's a prediction for what is to come. I am very confident in that.
Yeah, we're not even here to talk about basketball.
Can't help it.
But you can't get these girls talking about the Wizard girls the whole time. They got to slip in the awesome direction this team is going here. I would like to say thanks to Rebecca Wynn for helping me set up this meeting with you guys and giving me the opportunity to come down there and do the judging for the first round of the competition. That was really a lot of fun.
We were glad you were there.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping I can make it on Thursday for the finals to see who who the final 20 are, because that'll be really exciting. If not, I'll definitely be there on the website first thing the next morning looking to see who are the final. Because I mean, you do get some good ideas. I mean, we had some graphics of the girls who did well, and I was like, I bet you that one would be good, that one would be good. I mean, you get a really good sense for who's going to be good.
We have a lot of good
see them
talent.
in uniform next year, you know, when they're all the same.
That's
and
right.
Looking official, it'll be great.
Man, I wish we had another show so I guess some more questions about that. Thanks a lot, Steve, for directing, and especially thanks a lot to both Brittany and Julia for coming out here and doing
Thanks for
the show.
having us.
Ladies, it was great meeting you. It was great chatting with you.
Of course. Anytime.
I would ask you guys to lead us in cheer, but we don't believe in cheers here anymore. So maybe we'll do some dancing. I'll leave that all up to you. You know?
Go Wizards.
Go Wizards. Have a great season. And do great in the draft, and hopefully he's the best one that we can get. And guys, thanks again, Clara Markowski. I'm Phil Hargis, and we'll see you guys next time on Fantasy Sports Review.